Welcome to Action Points, a Mythras Matters actual play podcast. In this episode, Land of the Frog Part 6, using the classic fantasy rules, the party fights against a giant frog before a charging bear rushes in to reclaim her man. My name is Inwils and I'll be the GM for the game. I'll let the players introduce who they are and who they will be playing. I thought everybody was in the right place, but only Medivac is. Right, let me do...
Yeah, I'm always in the right place.
Which graphic card did the game come?
It came with the new NVIDIA one, so I was initially going to get the RX 4070 Ti.
Nice.
No, 5070 Ti, sorry.
Yeah, that's even nicer.
Yeah. But I decided to go with AMD because it was like $100. Well, it's the 9070 XT, which is like on par, but you know, with the 5070 Ti, but I don't know. It's a lot of people are liking it now. It's the newest generation, so we'll see how I like it. I'm slowly getting all the parts together to make my own first customized computer. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've already put a few pennies in there, and some of them are pretty shiny. So
the only thing I'll say about the NVIDIAs are I had to get some coolant to go on top of the chips on the graphics card, but they don't put enough on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I have an NVIDIA. Yeah, I presume I do because I keep updating their drivers. But if I don't have that, I'm updating some other drivers that I never needed.
Somebody else's driver.
It keeps... Well, actually, when Doom came on, it actually said that I had to update the drivers in order to play Doom Dark Ages. So I presume that's that was important. Anyway, it's a really good game. I really like it. I'm not one of these ultra hardcore people. I'm playing on the easiest setting ever, and I still die. So it's that sort of like level. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm going to play Fallout 76 again as well.
No, I got pretty far in
the Doom games is dying.
76 is really fun. I just get bored every once in a while. That's a good one.
I got that gifted to me as well, so I better play it. I get a lot of games gifted to me. Well, a lot of Bethesda's games gifted to me.
Well, 76 you have to pay. Well, you don't have to pay, but you get a lot of benefits by paying like $5 or $10 a month.
It's basically on their oh god. What do you play at the moment? Skyrim, not Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. It's their
Oblivion
Elder Scrolls type thing. For
it's their ESO Plus. Yeah. So yeah, some years I get ESO Plus as a code, and I get it free. Other years I have to pay for it. It depends what's going on and how nice they feel to us. But no, it's good. I'm getting Oblivion Remastered. I'm really enjoying, but I can't open locks to save my life.
That auto button. That's all I do. Auto button.
Yeah,
because the Skyrim lockpicking was really good because you could twist it and whatnot. This year, flick up the things, haven't you?
Yeah, well,
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
No,
so
I can't.
Auto try, push R. auto try.
So
Broke. Yay!
And I
so you
found
can't you can't do it this way, but if you just do it this way, it's a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way to kind of figure things out, you know.
well,
And you work from the top, or
I've watched loads of
Always from the side.
videos about how to do it, and I still can't. But I found somewhere that I can buy lockpicks from now, so it's better because then I go through 30 lockpicks in one go. I mean, I liked Skyrim's. That's the one when you have two and you twist it round, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I even
You
like
can hear the noise when you're getting close.
Yeah.
so good. That's a good finger work you're doing there. It's you can tell you take a lot of time to do it, so it's good.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
ESO is really easy. That I like doing that. And I suppose Oblivion Remasters is a bit like ESO Online, sort of like version, but I don't know. I'm just struggling with it. So I'm trying to avoid locks at all costs.
See, I can't work out how you do it because you flick up one, and when you move to the next one, that one's dropped down already.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to flick it, move, flick it, move, flick it, move. And
You really have to find the right spot.
You flick it.
You flick it
and
once,
then,
and then
press space, and it stays up there. I tell you
does
what.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah.
Because I was trying to flick it, move to the next one, flick it, move to the next one, flick
No,
it.
you-
and then
No, you gotta once, and then once you find the right spot, you can tell because you're gonna get a reaction.
No.
you can flick it as much as you can you? Is it about
Yeah.
speed?
Well, sometimes it goes up slow, and sometimes it drops fast.
Actually, well, that's when you know that's the right reaction is when it goes up and down. You know you're getting okay. This is the right way to do it.
I did it once. This water splashed in my face. What's going on there?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what lock you were picking.
Anyway, yeah.
I have to say, at level 20,
Poison chalice.
At level 20, you can get a skeleton key that opens all the locks absolutely fine. So I'm powering up to level 20, and then I'm level 9 at the moment. Anyway, let's move on from lock picking in Oblivion Remastered. I haven't played the normal Oblivion, by the way. So I don't know how it compares, but there seems
There's
to
a
be
massive difference.
well, there seems to be some people who love remastered, and then some people who are not happy about it. But hey ho, that's what the internet is like, isn't it?
It might be time with remastered for me to revisit Oblivion because I did so badly with the original game.
Well,
I made quite a lot of progress on my first run through. Realized I was doing the story plot too much, and that the plot had leveled ahead of where I was because I wasn't doing enough outside stuff. And then when I restarted the game, thinking this time I'll do more of the extraneous stuff, I just failed at everything consistently and never got anywhere.
But I'll tell you what, with the new graphics, I found more stuff, more dungeons and things to go into because it's more visually beautiful.
They're easier to spot because they're actually properly there.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I've not been here before. I'll go in here. Oh my God, vampires. I've not seen vampires in this game. Run away.
I have got the original Oblivion, so I will go and I just haven't played it because it's far too busy. Anyway, let's get on because we've got a giant frog and a fair maiden in distress, if I remember correctly. And
sounds right.
Yeah, and we've got the party down at the bottom of the map. So, but before I do a quick synopsis about what's happening, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And as always, we start with the person who's frolicking in the grass, Mr. Pickles.
That's me, Mr. Pickles. I frolic in the grass. I'm playing Belinda O'Fregiok, but the group just calls her Belle. She's our gnome rogue. She does all the gnome roguish stuff. Armed with a sword and a sling, she's known for reloading. And when we get to lockpicking scenarios, she's really going to shine. She likes coins. She's our group's bank. And if I didn't say it already, I have the worst movement in the group. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Fishy.
Hello, I'm Fishy, and I am playing Caramel Blackmane, who is a young, self-centered, cowardly Generally, often very annoying mage, but occasionally he's quite good for burning things or throwing out the odd illusion, which even then tends to be of things burning. So, so he has his place.
Certainly does.
Uh, and with that, I shall pass on to Medivac.
Well, thank you. I'm Medivac Buddy, and I play Ida. She's
Oh,
an elven cleric. Is that a joke? She's an elven cleric, and she's discovered the power of flame strike.
oh
We use it a lot
yes.
more. Yeah, her god is Nisa, which is a goddess of protection and caring, and
Flame striking.
generally all round good. A flame strike, yeah. Such barbecue. She uses a mace and a tower shield, and she's pretty damn badass in her armor. She's a very tanky cleric. Yeah, and with that, I'll pass on to Captain.
Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. I'm playing Brace of Redux. He's the character in the group that's if you get something like immediately done, like an enemy killed, he's the one you would go to, not one that takes time to talk and say random words and does stuff with his fingers to eventually do something that might fail. He's more of a person that just does it and then maybe does another enemy while everyone's still, has a finger up there, whatever. So really, he's there just to move the plot along. By plot, I mean the very aggressive murdering of other things in our imagination. But he's fun. He's fun. I'm going to pass the microphone to our GM inwils.
Thank you. So I lost StreamerBot halfway through the week. It just got corrupted, so I'm trying to post things everywhere as we go along. Right, let's take Bracif off the screen because he was really big. So the party they are helping their local village recover the hot springs, which used to be a very fashionable place for them to come and hang out. But they have found out that the hot springs have been taken over by a giant, massive frog and a whole load of froglodites. There's also something that's been going on. They killed a whole load of bandits, well, 3 of them, that seem to give bodies or people over to the froglodites in the exchange for gems. And it is assumed that the giant frog poops these gems out. So at the end of last adventure, they actually came to the hot springs and combat ensued. Now, we've taken a lot of the froglodites off. 2 or 3 have run away. There was a shaman there that shot magic missiles and everything out that was protected by armor that was removed forcibly. And there were some warriors that got taken down and some little froggies that got taken down. And all that's left is the giant frog and this fair maiden that was tied up and lying in an almost like as an offering. And the party were aware since Bracif chucked a hatchet that went into one of the froglodites, and the froglodite stumbled backwards, and the giant frog,
very sexy,
stuck out its tongue, grabbed it, and ate it. And on the map, you can see that there are 2 crosses here. This is where 2 bodies or 2 people have been grabbed and swallowed by the giant frog. The giant frog.
I was going to say, am I right by saying the giant frog's trying to move forward to get the lady?
Yeah, so the giant frog seems to be submerged, semi-submerged in the ground. And if you remember last time, it kept trying to wiggle itself. Right the way through the last combat, it didn't move apart from almost like straining at the leash, if that makes sense. And it sort of like struggled backwards and forwards. The fair damsel in distress was just lying there. That's it. You've got Bless on you from Ida. Billy Bear is actually a bear. He helped take somebody out. And Belle, you were reloading, but you dropped your sling to whip out your short sword. Oh, and the other thing is I checked up on the rules, spellcasters. So you need one hand free to cast a spell. Has to be your main hand. Has to have nothing in it at all. Calmore, you can hold your staff in your other hand, not a problem. Ida, you can have your other hand shielded.
Yeah, my mace is normally hooked on my belt anyway. So
yeah. But if you've been spell casting and then you want to attack, you need to do a ready action to get that weapon out.
Yeah.
The only thing that Ida, you can parry with your shield in any case. And because Caramore's really, really squishy, I will let you parry with your staff one-handed, but you don't get the defensive bonus on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you get.
And if memory serves me, did I start casting Flame Strike again?
You've got a
turning,
one there, yeah. So I think is that 3 turns if I remember.
It was a more powerful one, wasn't it? I can't remember what set it out to be fair. I'm stupid.
I don't think just opening my we can look at that.
I think it's just a 3-pointer, so it's just, because that's the next damage up. I did it to that rather than the big damage.
Yeah.
So 2d8. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that
intensity 3?
So it costs 3 plus 1 per additional intensity. Sorry, that's the cost. The casting time is just 2 actions. That doesn't change. It's just the cost that actually changes. Okay, and yeah, and that should be it. Grace, if you have your mighty axe out, Calmore, you have your staff and your stick, and Belle, you have your short sword. I think it is. Yeah.
Yes.
And remember, no magic points will be refreshed, but luck points are refreshed, and we're coming up to the top of we're coming up to, I think we had finished another turn, had we? Oh, did we finish combat?
We finished it on turn combat round 2 now.
Okay, so we're on combat round 2, so we must be on turn.
Didn't Belle pick up a sling?
My goal was to stow my short sword and then pick up my sling. And I think at the end you said, well, make sure to put it to a 0 rather than a 2, so that we know that you're going to be doing that or starting. But I don't remember if I actually did get that far. Just that I'm not reloaded.
You're just not.
I thought you started already, sorry.
No, it definitely was put to a 0. So anyway, we'll go into, I think we might be into turn 3, by the way. I think we've had too much to be in turn 2.
Yeah, I'm showing as having no action points left, which implies that we've done 2 turns.
Yeah. So let's start off at combat round 3, turn 1. So everybody's got action points back ready for the turn.
I think it's crazy that you're suggesting that Bracef can't kill 6 enemies in 2 turns.
Well, he could, but you know, you're carrying everybody else, Bracef. You know,
that's true. It's very much. It's
it's
a lot of weight to also murder so much with.
Yeah, you know, they're slowing you down. You know.
Yeah, gosh.
I actually think, if I'm right, Bracef actually stood still, and everybody seemed to attack him and just get slaughtered. I'm sure that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
It's a very dangerous wall.
So at the beginning of round 3, I said at the end of last session that something was going to happen, and At the beginning of round 3, something does. You, even from where you are, you're about 20 to 30 foot away. The damsel in distress has been quite still up to this point. However, at the beginning of combat round 3, she starts to stir. Okay. And as she stirs, she sits herself up. Okay. She's sat up as if she's facing you guys, towards you. And she's just sat up and she's literally looking around, very bewildered. She seems to have her white undergarments on. And as I said, she was just laid there when the shaman was doing various hocus pocus actions. So, yeah, so she's sat up and facing you. And we come straight in with Belle on 26.
I would like to stow my short sword and proceed into looking for my sling.
Yeah, you could. I'm not going to make it sink in the ground or anything, but you could pick it, find it, and pick it up. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Then it's the giant frog's turn. I just need to get my giant froggy's character sheet out. And
Can I just say, if she turns into a tadpole, I'm out of here.
And you notice that the frog, the giant frog, does this twisting movement action, and you notice on that roll, which is a flipping good roll. I'm going to be on point tonight. I can feel it.
That's a hard one to resist.
Yeah.
He sort of like goes like that, and all of a sudden, you, even from where you are, you hear almost like a sound.
Yeah.
That sound when something's been stuck in the mud, when you put your welly in a mud and you pull it
Your
out.
what?
Your welly.
It's like a shoe.
It's like a
Oh,
boot.
okay.
A Wellington boot.
Oh, so you're one vowel off away. I was like,
Were you being rude?
Yes.
Always.
Do you not have?
What day is it?
Yeah, I'm just checking the time. It's 1:30, so anything he can say anything he wants. Do you not have wellies?
Yes.
Fill your boots.
I
you
think
not
we
have
call them rain
wellies?
boots.
Rain boots.
Like
that's
you
the
wear
same.
them when it's raining.
I was thinking
No.
you said something else. Like, if you take the E out and put I in.
We know what you were thinking.
Okay, I like he
Yeah.
knows.
I know what you're thinking, you bad boy. But no, Wellington. Anyway, when you put your rain boot or whatever into mud and you pull it out, and there's that sound, and you notice, and you haven't seen this before, you do notice that some of the frog's rear legs appear, almost like the joint, its knee joint, and it seems to grow slightly. And Bracif, we come on to you.
So I want to verify what we see. I was always under the impression the lady in front of us was like tied up to the tree or something, but that's not the case.
She was just lying down on a like an offering bush. She has sat up, and just roll your perception.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, you as she sort of like sits up, you do notice that her hands are behind her back, and you can see that round her ankles there seems to be not rope, there seems to be some kind of material, maybe strips of cloth or something like that. And she sort of like managed to sit up, but her hands are behind her back.
Okay.
So
And is this a tree that she's next to, or is it a bush?
No, she's placed on a bush.
Oh, bush. Okay.
If she were under the tree, it would be on the foreground layer.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay.
Because we've got that now, haven't we?
Technology. Ooh.
Brasive is asking so many questions at the moment. He's normally just charging.
Not like him.
Not used to it. I don't like this. Brace is going to move forward as much as he can in one turn.
Okay, so you can. Well, it's up to you how you want to do. You can move your movement up at that point. So, what's your maximum? I think it's 20.
20. Yeah.
So you can move 20 straight ahead.
Okay, which is about. It should be 4, right?
It is.
Oh wow!
It's not. It's about 8.
Yeah, it gets you right next. That's where it gets you to. Yeah. Okay then.
Right.
Let me just move through these. That's Brasive. Caramel, let me go down the map because you're right down at the beginning somewhere.
I'm right down at the bottom, and I'm going to stay right down at the bottom and cast spells. I'm not going anywhere near that frog. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap back to the illusion spell I was using at the beginning of the combat.
Oh yeah.
So I am going to cast I'm going to try and cast my illusion again.
Oh.
Well, that was a terrible result. I'm going to immediately spend a luck point and reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be 48, so that would be successful.
Yep, and that gives me an illusion up to a 50-foot radius and a 100-foot range, so basically covering the whole map.
The world.
And what I am going to create as my illusion is I am going to illusorily increase the amount of foliage. So I'm effectively going to have the bush underneath her seem to grow up at the back and obscure her from the frog's vision, so it can't see what's going on. And simultaneously, I will have an illusion of her float up from on top of the bush and move to roughly here, just slowly drifting off in that direction in the hope we can distract the frog away from her long enough for Brasive to release her.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is that classed as 1 illusion or 2 illusion?
I mean, there's no sound or anything except sight on this, so the frog has to be pretty stupid to fall for it. But I'm hoping the frog is pretty stupid, and I can create whatever I want within that area, as far as I can tell. So
okay, so
yeah,
I've
put one image, aren't you?
I've put so the squiggly line is the foliage, and the girl who's now green color. It's
the illusory girl.
That's the illusion that you've and that's a constant. You're now concentrating, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm concentrating on that now.
And then if you want to adapt it to respond, you can use another magic point.
Yeah, I can change it without spending a magic point, but if I need it to react to something that interacts with it, like the frog trying to whip her with its tongue, then I need to spend magic points for the reaction.
Okay then. And Ida. Muted or not there?
No, I'm muted. So this is my second casting time, so I can cast now, can't
I? Yes, this is your second go. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to drop it. So there's no danger of me hitting the lady or Brasive. I'm going to drop it right there.
Yeah.
Because it has a splash as well, doesn't it?
I think it's just, does it not just do X amount of damage to each?
Sorry,
flame strike, 5-foot radius.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's going to go right there, and you want
you need a channeling roll. Oh, look, points are coming out left, right,
and
yeah.
Center. That's going to be a reverse, please.
Okay, here comes the luck point. I think it's an evade, is it not?
It is evade. In fact, in that case, I might just re-roll it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the first half hour, and we've already used 2 luck rolls.
Yep, I'll keep that one.
70. Okay, then.
Yeah.
So here's Froggy's evade. So he does evade, but because it's he only got a 14, so he is successful, but he doesn't resist the spell. So you need to give me, I think it
2d8.
Magical armor or creature's normal armor can reduce the damage, isn't it?
Oh, that was a bit bad.
I thought that was 1 there. So that's 7 points to each of the areas. Is that not? Yeah.
Every location, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 3 magic points.
That. That. Ooh. Beat that. With 2 more to do. Yeah. So this sort of like funnel, this flame strike plummets from up on high and singes this frog. There seems to be a lot of hissing and bubbling and almost like a strange rubbery sort of smell as it sort of like lands down on it. He looks absolutely fine.
No, that's not good.
Billy Bear or Bear Billy, he's going to transform back into a human because there's no threat that he's aware. He transformed because I think you got attacked from that side. So he's back to normal, and we're coming up to round 3 still, but turn 2. So I'm laughing because I can see who's first, and I can predict what's going to happen. Belle.
Okay, so what does Belle do?
You take a stone out of your pocket
and hold it in my hand.
Why does it feel like every time Belle does something, she's doing a YouTube tutorial on how to do it?
Yeah.
I put it into
Hi,
my
I'm
hand
Belle.
now. With my other
Today we're going to
hand.
load a sling.
Yeah.
We have to make a song about this, aren't we?
Okay, and
I get the pebble
I get
in my hand.
And okay, yeah, okay then. So this giant frog on its turn can't sort of like see what's in front of it because of this foliage that's come off. Caramore, can you just roll an insight check for me? You can augment it. I think you've got a skill to do with animals or monsters, do you?
No, I haven't.
Right.
That was somebody else has that. So it's just insight.
Ooh, that was so close.
If you remember, last time there was something strange with the frog's eyes. If you remember, they sort of like looked like they had an inner lid over it, as if it's got two lids, and you remember that at this point. And it sort of like drags itself out of the mud, and it fires its tongue straight forward. Caramore, I'm going to send you a message on Discord if you've got that open.
Okay, I have indeed.
It's just an ad for your
Yeah.
stream.
It's a command. Can you burning hands abrasive, please?
Join my patron, I'll let you live.
Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense to you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the frog's tongue goes shooting out. Yawn. Okay.
Ooh.
Hang on.
Use a point.
Because somebody's got luck in this game. I haven't got that many, but I will use a point of luck to reverse that to get a 49. Hang on, I just got to knock off 12, take away 1. That many luck points left. This tongue is coming straight from you, Brasive. It's a normal attack, so you can, if you wish, you can try parrying it with your axe, or you can evade, or your parrying and evade will take an action point, or you can just literally take this shot.
My evade's pretty crappy. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try to parry.
Okay.
And how to go from there.
Okay,
I'm gonna hold on. Hold on.
Use another point of luck.
I haven't used one yet, but I'm going to use it.
And make it
reverse
78.
it to 78.
Yeah. Now remember, parrying is not an opposed roll. So it does mean that you're successful. And due to your big weapon, you will parry all the damage that comes from this tongue. So this tongue shoots out towards you, and it barely misses the girl's head. And you see it coming straight for you. You sort of like get your axe up, and the tongue goes chunk.
I'll try it a bit.
And sticks onto your axe as you successfully parry. Now we're going to do opposed brawn rolls, please.
You weren't fond of that axe, were you?
Hey, now it's like the wrestling earlier was just foreshadowing for the end of this adventure.
You need to roll your brawn.
Don't worry, Brasive. I'll come help you out like I did last time.
Are you looking that, or you just re-rolling it, or are you going happy that you?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. So here's my brawn. Okay. We both brawn together, but because you're high and this is an opposed roll, he doesn't pull it out of your hands.
Yes.
However, the tongue is still stuck onto the weapon. Now, just so you know, Brasive, if you wish, on your turn, on your action, you can elect to try to pull it away from the frog, off its tongue. But up to this point, it's attached to your axe, and you may not use your axe. Okay.
Got it.
And if you do leave go of it for anything, I'm having it.
Got it.
Okay.
No, if only you had a giant chain like Princess Leia.
Yeah, you could wrap it round.
Yeah.
I am so pleased I'm not looking at the cameras because I hate what that even looked like. Brasive, it's your turn. This giant tongue is stuck to the shaft of your axe, and it's attached to it. The young woman sort of like sees you rush up to her. Then she sort of like looks quite puzzled as you come towards her with your axe. She then sees a mirror image of herself appear somewhere else, and she just does what anybody would do in this situation, and she just lets out a deafening scream. It doesn't seem to be a banshee wail or anything like that, but she's definitely petrified, especially when this pink fleshy thing shoots over her head and grabs your axe. Yeah, what would you like to do, Brasive?
Brasive, angry that that's not the first time that he's given something dinner and try to lick him down afterwards. So he's going to try to pull his save up his shafty weapon.
Okay then. So that'll be your last action point as you use up. So we need to combine. We need to oppose our brawn rolls. So roll your brawn roll again. Oh, okay then.
Wow.
So I have to get a critical that's higher than a 1. A critical higher than a 1.
Don't fucking do it. Don't you do it.
Come on. Come on.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it is higher than a 1.
yeah, but not a critical. I'm not using up my other 3 points of luck at the moment. So you manage to yank it. You almost like do that thing. You let it go towards the frog a bit and then pull it rapidly. And they're sort of like a like that. And you notice that your shaft of your axe has got sort of like frog spittle all over it. That's a bit gooey and slimy. And Caramore, so you see this tongue go straight through your foliage behind.
Yeah. I think Caramore is going to yell out, "It's going for the sound." And then he's not sure quite what else he can do, because if it's ignoring
burning hands,
just in case,
magic missile.
Burning hands from here, but it wouldn't be very effective. Since just in case it can see at all.
Brasive, do you ever feel alone?
While everyone's stands was like, good job. Good job. We trust in you.
I changed my illusion to spell out Brasive, go Brasive, in fact, with fireworks all around him. No, I won't.
Cheerleaders.
I'm basically going to try and taunt it with the illusory girl, just in case it can actually see it all. I'll give it one last chance at trying to distract it by having the sort of fly the illusion over towards it and sort of
where would you like
have a flying sort of figure of eights about sort of here in between it and the real girl, just in case I can distract it. But I do think it's going for the sound rather than the sight, and therefore without an audible illusion, there's not a lot I can do there.
Okay,
but this should confirm it.
There's this floating body of a woman going round in figure of eights around the top of the frog. And as we come to you, Ida, after your the smell of burning rubber and sizzling of flesh and water from your flame strike, what would you like to do on 20?
Sorry, just bear with me, because the spell I wanted to use is touch. I'm not going to get that close, am I?
Who do you want to touch?
The frog.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to do that yet. I was more interested in licking its back, but anyway. I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast light on it, right in front of its face.
On its actual face, yeah.
Well, right in front of its face, right in front of its eyes.
Okay.
It's a range of 80 feet.
There's plenty of things. So yeah, roll your channeling. I think it is for you, isn't it?
Yep.
Is it just one action cast time?
It is indeed. Yep.
Yeah. So down go just one magic point.
One magic point.
Well, your flame strike was a
so it's a spear.
Yeah.
Cost plus intensity. Area 20 feet. Radius casting time 1. Action duration 1 hour. Range 180 feet. Yep.
Yeah. So how many magic points did your flame strike take?
That took 3. The last one.
3 plus.
I did it right.
3 plus.
3 1. Plus 1 is it? Right. Okay.
Put 1 per intensity. Because you upped the intensity, didn't you, to get high?
Well, it was 3 for the intensity that I did it at.
Yeah, it's 3 normal,
and then plus 1 for casting anyway.
No, it's 3 magic points to cast the spell.
Well, it's 1 normal for me on that, and then I can up it. So the intensity I was 3 magic points. Let me share it if I can. Oh yeah, cost 3 plus 1 additional intensity die. Okay.
Yeah, because didn't you up it?
I did up it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you? 2d8. You upped it to.
So that should be 6 in that case.
Yeah,
so
6
3 plus intensity is 6.
Yeah, so that would be 6. As the cleric this suddenly passes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is wonderful now. So the rest of you who are watching, you can see this frog, and there's this floaty woman going around it in figure 8, and there's almost like a glitter ball of light beaming out as well, as it sort of like brightens up the area. Billy Bear, or Bear Billy. Belle, you probably noticed this as you're reloading. Either you probably were concentrating on your casting. You notice that Billy Bear, or Bear Billy, seems to be distracted about something, Belle. You see out the corner of your eye, he seems to almost like be turning his head and almost like scanning around. And you also notice that he seems to be sniffing the air. It's almost as if he's picked up a scent of something. And that's what he does on his round. And we're going to combat round. Still combat round 3, but turn 3. And Belle, you are up.
It's a free action to do tactical perception, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'd like to take the pebble from my hand and put it in the sling as my main action. And then hopefully I want to look around or maybe listen around to see if I can figure out what might be bothering him. Perhaps trace where he's sniffing at with my eyes.
Okay, so do you have is there something about your perception that you can do, or did I imagine that? We're going with hearing. We're going with hearing.
This is from being a rogue.
Yeah. So hearing 1 difficulty grade easier. Okay, then. So make a perception check, and it will be easy rather than standard. Ooh, nice.
55 out of 87.
Okay, so
which is good.
This is good, and this isn't an opposed roll, because what you hear is not trying to be quiet. You sort of like scan round, and you see Bear Billy looking around, and you hear with your big pointy ears you hear the sound of water splashing, as if something is running or possibly even sprinting. It seems to be coming from the east. So past Ida, past Caramore, out there. You can't see anything because of the trees at the moment, but that's what Billy Bear hears, and he notices you look at that direction, and he looks down at you and says the most unusual thing ever, Belle, because he says, "She's coming." And we will move on to Giant Frog, which has one action left. Let me just reduce that back up. Be ready for the next bit. And he fires his tongue straight ahead again. Ooh. Oh. I'm going to now. Should I meta this well, because I know Bracif has no no action points left. But the frog doesn't know that. The frog doesn't know that. So I'll keep my one action luck point left, and he fires out the tongue. It seems to be aiming straight for you, Bracif. It doesn't seem to be bothered about the light or the dancing woman.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like fire straight out and in front of it. And Bracif, it's either coming at you or it's coming at the woman, but the woman sat down. It's one of those two, and it goes psh, like that. You just sort of like move. It's a typical slow motion as the tongue comes out, and you just sort of like move to one side and goes psh over your shoulder, and then retracts, flicking spittle everywhere as it and goes back into its mouth. Bracif doesn't have any action points. Caramore doesn't, because he's not big enough or tough enough yet.
No.
And Ida, you should have an action point left, I think.
I do. I'm just trying to think what I should do. I've not heard anything coming, have I?
No, you do not have the gnomish ears.
In which case, I'll do exactly what I was going to do then. There we go.
Well, I mean, the advice is fairly clear here. Eat the frog first.
Ida's running.
Ida's flanking.
You just walking there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving to there. I'm going to try and get behind it.
Okay, nice. And Bracif is going to be right back, which is nice. And Billy Bear takes a couple of steps forward, as if he's bracing himself for something. And you do hear, Caramore, you hear this as well, because you are close. He seems to almost like be recollecting something, remembering something. And he seems to be muttering under his breath that she won't be pleased. This is not good. I'm not happy here. That sort of
Great.
discussion. And we move into combat round 4, turn 1. And Belle, we come straight to you.
I finished my reloading process by spinning my sling very quickly. bringing me
Nice.
to reload of 3, and next turn I'll be ready.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. We'll leave until next turn then to say something else. So is Bracif back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so action points back up to max everyone. Mr. Tongue Batterer whacks out his tongue again. Ooh, and hits with a 20. Now, I am going to use my point of luck.
Oh,
You know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to reverse my roll.
yeah.
Which
Choose
will
location, head.
So the attack is going to be a 2 critical as it fires out its tongue at you, Bracif. And what would you like to do? You can parry, evade, or do nothing. Parry, evade will still take up an action point.
You can get a 3. I believe in you.
He hasn't fallen to sleep, has he? Oh,
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the best strategy.
That hurts Bracif's head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So this.
You know what? I'm gonna
Parry.
I'm rolling the dice, guys. I'm rolling dice. I'm parrying. I have no other choice.
Okay.
Better than me.
I mean, you could, if you succeed, but you don't get a critical, don't you reduce the number of specials that the enemy would get? They only get 1 critical rather than a critical and a normal?
Yeah, so if he fails, I'll get 2 specials. If he...
Fuck!
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
What are the odds?
So I got a 2 critical, and for the people who are watching the listening to the podcast,
wow,
Bracif got a
By the way, that's my second
That's your
one
second
roll.
one.
Yeah, it's my second roll
with your weighted roll 20 dice.
I'll make sure to tip the hackers.
So you do successfully parry, and so do I, but I do not get any specials because there's no difference in the roll at all. However, the tongue sticks onto the shaft of your great axe once more, and it's all like wax.
It just loves tonguing your shaft.
And we need to do a brawn roll to see whether or not I can pull it out on my attack. So
damn.
Brawn roll next. Opposed, this is.
Mm-hmm.
I briefly thought that there would be Bracif's brawn against your attack roll. But that's not good.
No, we're matching brawn at the moment.
Okay.
Come on, Bracif.
You're rolling?
Get another one.
You
Who's
can
rolling?
go first. You can go first.
You could lose luck points to reverse it.
You could, and then you would get a 5 critical, but that would be another luck point gone.
It's worth it.
Inwils is going to get a 6.
Yeah, no, screw you.
Yeah, you're gonna get a defensive crit out yourself.
You're limited. I don't. What's your? I'll look at your brawn. What's your like?
My brawn's 62.
62.
So you could get a 6.
Critical? Okay,
So you could use,
but you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna, I'm using that point of luck. Making it a 5 crit.
How much luck have you got left now?
I got 1 more point luck left.
Whoa.
We got 2 hours left.
You've also got hero points as well. Remember.
That's right. That's what I'm taking on.
You've got 3 hero points left.
Yeah.
So you're using a point of luck to take it down to 5 critical. Yeah. Okay, then here's my roll. I'm just building tension.
I know it's killing me. But you roll that 6.
Oh
Yes!
no!
Yes!
You didn't have to. You didn't need to waste a luck point. You would have
Yeah.
succeeded on a 50.
He gets a special though, doesn't he? Now.
Yeah.
No, nobody gets a
It's just a
special.
brawn.
It's just
Oh, is it?
an
Oh,
opposed brawn.
sorry.
So the frog can hit a weapon, and then on its attack, it has an opportunity to pull it away, all combined. But in the next, when we get to abrasive, the next time, so this tongue is on your axe now, and we come to your go. So you've used an action point up to parry. So you've got 2 left. You'll need to use your action to you can either leave go of the axe. That would just be a free action. Or you can try to pull the axe away from the tongue, and in which case that would be your action, and it's an opposed roll like we've just done.
This might sound ridiculous, but it's on the tongue's on the shaft. Could I get the sharp end and just like nick the tongue?
No. Once your weapon is attached, you are not allowed to use it in any way. Just to let you know, if your arm is attached, or if your arm is attached, then you can't use any items. If your legs are attached, you can't move. And if your head, chest, or abdomen are attached, then all your rolls become 1 grade harder. The other thing is, if I hit your body, then I can actually spend an action point and automatically trip opponent. Okay, I don't need to have a special for it or anything like that. So if I hit you, then I can just use an additional action point to automatically trip you, and that's it.
Can't you pull out a dagger and just stab it in his tongue?
No, because I'm using 2 hands to hold the axe.
Hold it. Yeah.
Give me my axe.
Do I necessarily could I just maintain this tug of war and not use an action point?
Yeah, you don't have to try to pull it out if you don't want to. That's not a problem.
I think I'm going to save it to the next one,
Well,
and just maintain
have reaction.
the hold.
Yeah, so you can you can just hold on to it without pulling out, but as soon as we leave, sure as we go into combat turn 2, you would have dithered and you would lose your action point. So you can save it up to do a reaction to the end of the round and your turn, and then if nothing's happened by then, you just drop it.
I'll save it up for now and just kind of maintain. Could I use a free action of just saying crawl away?
Oh yes, you can use a free action for her. I'm just going to pop her on.
But still have my reaction for the end of the round, or the turn.
Yeah. So the woman is on 9. That's it. Right. So Ida, you can see this. Well, everybody can see this. That the frog has got its tongue all over Brasive's weapon, and there's almost like a tug of war going on. And Caramore, we come to you down on the edge of the map. You notice Billy Bear has stepped in front, and he looks over to you, Caramore, as beads of perspiration appear on your brow with the illusion that you're maintaining. And he just turns to you and says, "She's coming."
Well, that doesn't sound good. He's looking to the east. Yeah?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, since my illusion's doing absolutely nothing, I'm going to stop concentrating on that. It seems daft to keep concentrating on that. And
It was a good idea.
Yeah, just not against this creature.
Yeah.
And I think Caramore is going to behave in an entirely Caramore fashion, and
And
he's just going to go
run!
and hide behind Belle.
It's
Or
very
maybe the
hard.
illusion should be a giant fly next time.
Oh, that would have been. Can I just say, it's very hard to hide behind Belle.
It is very hard to hide behind Belle, yeah. It's
You have to crouch.
Get on the
down.
belly.
But theoretically, anything coming this way has got to go through the bear and Belle before it reaches Caramore.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
he's okay with that.
Exactly. Ida. Belle's just
Okay.
hiding shadows.
I use your shadow while you're trying to hide behind me.
I'm going to hide behind. Where's she gone?
Ida.
I'm going to start casting a spell, and that spell is Spiritual Hammer. It's got
Oh,
a casting time of
nice.
2. It lasts for 3 rounds, and it will cost me 3 points when it goes off. So I'll
Nice.
put my.
So you're on your
How do I
first.
change that to a 1? It's on 1 already. Actually.
Yeah, it's on 1 already, so that's all right. So that's how many casting do you say? 2?
2 rounds. Yeah, I'll be dropping it about
2
there.
rounds.
2. Yeah, casting time 2.
Oh no, that's 2 turns. 2
turns,
2
2 rounds
rounds.
with 6 turns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's nearly as bad as.
It's almost like loading a sling, isn't it?
Yeah.
I put the spiritual hammer in the sling.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's going to be exactly the same as that. Okay, then. So you're busy spell casting as we move on. I'm just getting. Oh, there it is. I remember Spiritual Hammer from D&D games. It was. Oh, what intensity are you casting it at? Sorry,
Just basic.
just basic.
Yeah.
Because it.
So.
Oh yes, because if you do it higher, it counts as +1 to for every 2 levels of intensity after the first, granting the equivalent of +1 magic bonus to a maximum of +5. So it can actually then hit magical
Beasties.
yeah, creatures who can only be hit by magical weapons.
By magic.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, and then I think it lands and does an area, doesn't it? So it whirls around.
Does indeed. I hurl it. There's target. Each turn the cast may use an action point to direct the hammer to attack. I don't think it does actually an area effect. It just appears.
I thought I might.
1d8 + 1.
Wonder if I had a nice spell effect. Ooh, sword, spin, scythe spin, glaive spin on hammer. We want a hammer.
Hammer it down.
Do you know?
It's hammer time.
Right. We'll use that as your spiritual hammer when it comes out. That looks good.
Ooh.
It's like a scythe.
Yeah, let me
I
just.
was initially thinking that hammer's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Right. So you're busy casting. So you'll be up in the next one, and on this round, Billy points to the off into the forest, and on 9, this woman, Brasive, sees this fleshy member come over her head, and she's screaming as it is, and she sort of like is trying to struggle. You see that her hands are tied behind her back and her ankles are tied, and she's trying to do that thing when you put your heels on the ground and then try to move yourself, and she's trying to move closer to you, and you can see that she looks up. In between her cries and her sobs, she says, "Help me! Help me!" And we move on to combat round 4.
Well, hold on. I have to do my move because otherwise I lose my.
Yeah, you can only save it for reaction.
Yeah.
Once it so you saved it just in case you had to kill something or something else as we move forward. Belle, you're up on 26.
And I still don't see anything coming from the east, yeah?
You can make a perception roll now, as he points out.
With my eyes or ears?
Eyes.
Yes. Okay. I just want to ping that at least once.
Oh, yes, you get it because it's easier. Okay, you can see charging through the undergrowth this white bear. Okay, it's the same size as Billy was when he transformed, and it's actually running through at full speed. So just to let you know, so you are aware, so the bear is charging. Okay, so
oh dear.
As it goes through, it will use its turn to move a certain amount. Okay, and then once it's used that amount per turn, it will then arrive on the scene. Okay, you can actually hurl missile weapons at it if you wish, but she is running, so it'll be one level more difficult because she's pounding through. So she actually moves at 25 meters on a normal walk. Okay, so she's actually running, so it'll be 75 meters that she actually runs. She will actually come onto the turn order when we get into turn 5. Okay, she'll be.
Do you mean 75 feet?
Feet, yes.
This
Sorry,
is the feet. Yeah,
because that would be very, very quick.
yeah. So at the beginning of round 4, combat round 4, when she comes onto the turn order, she will be a total of. She has 3 movements. 75, 150. So she at a total, I'm going to pop it on my tracker so I know exactly where she's going to be. So she will be at 225 meters away when turn 4 starts. Okay, and then she'll move 75. She'll be 225 feet, and then she'll move 75 feet. Her first turn, her second turn, her third turn, and then the round after that, she's in combat. Okay, now this is where brace comes in. So she will be she'll find it harder to hit you because she's charging in, but she does do extra damage when she appears. So Belle, that was your perception check. So you see her. Now you've got your action. Yeah, sorry, I do.
If I've worked that out correctly, she'll be able to fire and reload before she gets to you.
You said at the start of round 4, and we're in round 4 already. So I'm assuming you meant round 5, or has she already
Round
made that
5,
progress?
yeah. So round 5, she will be 225 feet away. So your gnomish ears and gnomish eyesight has picked her up before she sort of like comes into range, etc. But I won't put her on the map, but I will just tell you how far away she is every time. So yeah, Belle, what would you like to do?
My medium range is 450.
450 feet.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah. That seems to be.
Mine says
That's
30,
awesome.
450, 900. I just want to make sure, because that seems like I should be able to have a medium range chance to hit then.
That seems. If that's
seems
what
like much higher.
And everyone knows that the best way to kill a bear is with a rock, a small pebble.
Yeah. Have you ever
I just
heard
want to know
of
who ate her
David?
porridge.
Oh, sorry.
No,
It's
your sling.
It's little blonde girls gentrifying your home. That's the.
So your sling is
way to do
30, 450, 900.
900 feet with a sling. That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe I'm a lot cooler than you guys all thought.
You are sling sniper.
That is.
So I'm gonna go for a shot then.
That must be a.
Oh, I hacked the entire system just to change that.
I've got the rule book up, just so you know. So it will be in effective range at this point, so you won't have any significant modifiers for your accuracy or your power, or anything like that. And she is running, so this will be a hard shot. As you,
will that interrupt her charge as well?
The only way to, well, there are ways to interrupt its charge. For example, if Belle slingshots and stun locations a leg.
Yep. Yeah. So I was just thinking.
Then it might stop a charge. Yeah.
Or if she tries to parry or evade.
Yeah. She's not likely to. Parrying would be funny. She catches the bullet in her mouth. She's more likely to evade as she comes up. But if she evades, she's taking time out because she won't be able to move her whole movement that turn, if that makes sense.
Exactly. And she'll be prone as well.
Well, yes, unless she has certain things.
4 feet.
All right, here's the roll.
Into
it. I'd like to use my first point of luck to reroll.
According to Wikipedia, a sling bullet lobbed in a high trajectory can achieve ranges in excess of 1,300 feet.
Really?
So it's going up in the air.
But that's if you're arcing it up and over.
Yes,
which is where part of the difficulty comes in, of course.
So
it's going way too low, and I tried to fix it, and it just kept going lower.
It just this bears are like galloping. What do bears do? They can't gallop. Don't horses gallop?
They charge.
Charging through the and this slingshot goes flying over and bounces off a couple of tree trunks on its trajectory as it goes down. Just go into the water as the bear continues to
take it out of a tree, which then falls on the bear.
Yeah. And we move to Mr. Big Froggy. I've got 2 action points left, so I am going.
Well, he has. Well, I don't know how many action points, but he's used 2 so far, right?
What have I used?
Because he attacks and then the brawn.
No, the brawn. That's what I said when he actually pulls as part of his attack.
Got it. Okay.
He sticks it and then tries to yank it. But now Now, if he wants to try to yank it, he has to use an action point to pull it, just like you need to do. So
It's not easy being green.
yes, exactly. No, they're both green together. It's abrasive is green. So I'm going to use my action point to try and pull this out of your hand. You do not use an action point to withstand this, if that makes sense. It's just like a passive pull.
Okay.
So I try to pull it out your hand with a 49. You need to brawn roll and beat my 49. Oh, he gets a critical 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you should have got that before.
Huh?
That's amazing.
If you got that before, you would have been successful. Oh, that is so.
Did
so
it pull its tongue out of its mouth?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Unfortunately. But
Snap.
there is. Oh, okay. What I will say, because it's a critical, I'll say that you actually yank it out of its
Yes.
mouth. So you've now got your axe, and the frog still has its tongue. And we move on to Brasive.
So the tongue goes back into his system.
Yes, his
Okay.
tongue's ready to fire. And it's your
I don't know if I have to
turn.
do a perception check for this, but I just want to know, because how tall is this rock? This little like rock face thing right here.
Oh,
right?
that's just like a little mound.
Is it enough for me? Because I know I'm a big guy. Is it enough for me to like duck behind under?
No.
No.
It's about this big.
Sorry, I didn't put you on. I took you off. That. Oh,
What?
God damn it.
You took me off.
You took him off?
I took him off. I took all you guys' faces off for a sec to focus on the map.
What?
I'm hyper focused. Hold on.
Just so deeply involved in the game, then, whilst you're doing such a great job. That's what it is.
It's all right. I'm just going to change his augmentation roll to -50.
I might do this.
It's about sort of like 6 or 7 inches. That's
Okay,
all.
so it's definitely not something I can duck behind. The only thing I could really do is it possible, and I probably have to use a brawn for it. Is it possible to grab her and then just run back?
You can grab her. She is quite feeble. She's not that. But then you can only, because you use an action, you can only do your quick move. So it'll be a third of your normal movement.
Use your dating skills and just grab it by the hair and drag it back to the
I okay. It's instead of being a pussy, I have another idea.
Can I just say, I thought you were going to use your automatic parry, because you have one automatic parry, do you not?
I thought you told me I only had it per combat.
Oh,
and this is the same combat.
Oh, yes, it's the same combat. Yeah. So yeah, do you want to pick up the woman?
Actually, I have another idea.
Oh no.
Is it possible in my action to drop my axe and take out a shield and hand axe?
You can drop your axe. That's a free action, but readying a weapon is an action. So
yeah, I'll use the full action to ready my shield and
but you'll need a ready action for your shield and a ready action for your weapon. So that'll be 2 actions altogether. Okay. So you can...
actually a question: Could I ready shield and still hold? Like, do I need to use 2 hands to use my great axe?
You need 2 hands on your great axe to fight with it. Yes, but you can drop it and get your shield out, or you can drop it and get your hand axe out.
Throw it.
I'm gonna drop it and get my shield out.
Okay, and just the poor woman gets it on the head. Okay, so your axe drops, and you ready your shield. Nice. Caramore. Cowardly Caramore. That's what I'm going to call
Yes.
it.
Okay. I do not like the idea that we are dealing with an oncoming bear and a frog at the same time, so I'm going to attempt to befuddle the frog.
Yeah, that frog. Yeah, nice.
It's yours.
Wait, there's other frogs?
Isn't it touch befuddle? Because I thought I was going to think about doing that.
No, it's 60-foot range.
Ooh.
For
6.
wizards.
Oh, see, I'm running closer.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I should have done in the first place instead of mucking about with illusions. But
You know,
Yeah, it's
it's always nice to have a little bit of help, guys. That's all. It's always beneficial for the entire party if we all survive. So, you know.
okay, so it gets a willpower
Oh,
resist against that.
Oh, its willpower is 140.
Fuck
Hell
me.
yeah.
No,
Okay, so that did sod all then. Oh no,
No,
we're all right.
So
I
the
foolishly believed you.
Yeah.
I've just got this idea in my head that the game master tells me reality, not.
so believe it or not, you have actually done one of the best things you could have done in this situation. I'm not too sure whether or not you've done it on purpose or not, but I'm going to assume that you did. Okay then. So I am befuddled. Ida, you got another casting, yeah?
Yes, I do. Well, this is my last casting, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
my first one. This is my second one. So spell comes off now, doesn't it?
Yes, if you have
Which
2.
I feel really bad because I'm about to break befuddle.
Yeah. Where do you want it?
But behind.
Do you have control of it or not?
No.
No. Okay then. Ping where you want it.
Just there. Just
Like
behind
that.
it.
Yeah. Okay. And then do I have a saving throw?
I have to hit using my combat.
Oh, nice.
Roll,
yeah.
Which I don't do unless I reverse that.
Oh.
Which I will.
That'd be a good crit.
But it's not a crit, I don't think.
It says 7.
Okay, so no, 70. My I'm 64. Oh, it would be.
Yeah. It will be a critical. Yeah. Hurls itself, designate each turn the caster may use one of its action points to direct the hammer to attack, providing concentration is maintained. While concentrating we know that with each action point spent to manipulate the hammer, it can move in at any location. If the caster is behind an opponent, they may use it to strike the opponent from behind. Which you're not behind it. So I get an evade or a parry.
Yep, you do. It's just normal attack.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to evade or parry. You'll see why in a minute. So I think is it 1d8
plus 1. Is it 1d8 plus 1 or 1d8? I think it's 1d8.
1d8 plus 1, a normal war hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll a 1d8, just add 1 to it.
Well, roll a 20 first because I need a
you need location.
Yeah.
I can't do specials with it, can I?
No. Worn armor offers only half protection, but magical armor, the creature's natural armor, reduces the damage as normal. Okay, so that's in that's in its 4 quarters.
Cool. So it's going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, and reduce the damage at normal. So that take it down to that. So this hammer appears and it slices through the sort of like the rubbery armor of the frog, and the frog lets out a strange gurgling cry as you see green fluid emanate from the slice. Billy Bear's doing nothing, and Lady is trying to move towards. Oh, she looks at you and says, "Free me, please!" Bracif, as you sort of like drop your ask and put your shield on, and we'll.
I know it's not his initiative, but can Caramel scream in frustration as a free action when the hammer knackers his befuddle?
Yeah, right. Okay, then let me. Yeah, he's now befuddled, no longer befuddled.
Backlash.
And can I say, just before we go for a break, the reason it was so good, Caramel, is my frog is blind. And you have to see, I think if I'm right with befuddle, you have to see, if I see an offensive action, then the befuddled is lost, isn't it?
Yeah, any sort of attack or threatening action, even if it's not specifically aimed at the target. So
yeah, so
all the way down here, we'd have probably been okay. It wouldn't have been aware of the bear attacking or whatever.
The frog would have just been there. You sort of like, you see Ida throw this spiritual hammer that goes here and starts to whirl around with this way. Just like, it's a bit like when Bartleby, reaches out to give a touch spell, and the warrior just dashes
walk
away.
off.
Yeah. From where he is, there's no way Caramel could have known what Ida was doing, unfortunately.
No.
So I couldn't take that into account. I had to just base my action on what Caramel was thinking.
Yeah, and this is the first time you've seen this spell go off. It hasn't been used before.
A new and wondrous thing that I hate now immediately and will forever.
Okay, we are going to take our break there. We'll be, what is the time? If we say 22, if we're back at 5 to the hour, so 5 to whatever. If you are interested in catching up with all things role-playing ish, then you can go and visit our Ko-fi page, which is over there, and you can also become a member of the order. We talked about heroic points that the characters have per month. That's where they get it from. They get it from kind people who actually support, and you get that as one of your perks. And if you're thinking about becoming a member of the order, do consider myself. I do not get villain points, but I would love to have them. Also,
he really doesn't need them.
Oh, just to let you know, Drutter Cup says, "What a good idea." And if you would like to, if you'd like to see the campaign worlds, then you can go and follow all the campaign worlds on the World Anvil pages. You come back in 15 minutes when we see what happens to the approaching bear and the giant frog. Okay, we will see you all real soon. And you are clear. We're playing these games.
Came in, we haven't really been doing any urban adventuring, which is where you would expect locks.
Ooh,
the only lock he's come across yet, he completely knackered the trap on it. So yeah, so a chance to redeem himself might be nice.
I might get some traps, etc. as well.
Was that the one in the tower?
Yes.
Yeah.
The secret tunnel out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't want to go that way anyway.
We did. So we're combat round 4, turn 3. And Belle, you are you are up. Oh, I couldn't remember where I had this vision of these slingshots sailing through the air, and I just remember where it reminds me. It reminds me of Legolas when they're riding to Helm's Deep and the wargs attack, and he's up there firing his arrows, and they sail across and take things out. That's what you reminded me of, Belle. Apart from the taking them out bit, it was just
just like Legolas. I take the ammunition from my pocket and I put it in my hand.
Fantastic. Okay then. Right. Bracef, you see this, and Ida, you see this. This frog is obviously being attacked from behind, so it sort of like jabs in and pulls away some of his skin, and this green ichor sort of like pours out, and he settles back slightly and jumps.
The hell?
Or is he okay? Oh,
Jesus.
I'm just glad he didn't pound me.
Oh, yeah, it lands on you.
Yeah,
And
I was like,
it lands, and because you're stood up, you just go into its butt. And it's
Bracef.
hey, there's a lot of rubies up here.
Quit monkeying around, Bracef.
It'd be like, I could put a sofa over there. I could put a table over there.
Oh, I wish I had made him jump on top of you now, but he doesn't.
But with my green skin, when if I come out of his butt, do I look like he has a really healthy diet?
Yeah, he's perfectly clean as he comes out. Just to let you know,
Well, the date up here.
One of the things that I did was that I randomly rolled the direction, but it decided that it would be wise to go in the opposite direction to the hammer, and then just rolled how far it would go. So it lands there on its attack, on its action, and that's its final action. Bracef, I think you've got one more action, so you can load up your hand axe if you wish. You've got your shield
loading
already.
I'm loading up my hand axe. Wait, I want to make sure it's a hand axe or that a battle axe. Yeah, battle axe, not a hand axe.
Battle axe, okay then.
Yeah.
And that leads us on to Caramore.
Caramore has no. We're at the end of the round, aren't we? Caramore's got no action.
Oh yes, you don't have it. What is Caramore's initiative, and what is Ida's initiative?
Caramore's is 15.
14.
Okay then. So White Bear is going to go before. It has 15 as well, so it just go after you, Caramore. She's not doing anything this round. Because it's not round 5 yet. Ida.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to move my spiritual hammer. I'm assuming it says 30-foot radius. I can move in 30 foot.
Yeah, it's anywhere in that 30-foot radius, if I remember reading it right. So yeah.
Yeah. So right there, please. Again, right behind him again.
Right behind it, and then you will get an attack. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I did, but obviously.
Do you not? Oh,
I don't know.
Let me just. Each action point spent to manipulate the hammer, it can move to any location within the caster's field of vision. If the opponent is behind it, spirit hammer. Each turn, the caster may use one of its action points to direct the hammer to attack, providing what it is. Let's just go that it moves an attack for now, and then we can.
Okay. I'm assuming it's going to just go from there and then teleport to where I see behind and hit.
Yeah,
like the first time.
It goes sort of like just head height, and as it passes Brasive, it just takes his head off.
Takes his head off.
It's
Yeah.
like Boudica's chariots. So do an attack roll. Oh, you
be a luck
could.
point.
You can use a luck point and get 69.
Oh, I could use luck point at 69. I will use luck point at 69, please.
Yep, these luck points are going down rapidly before this bear comes in.
It's weird because I've got 6 luck points. I've never had that many.
Oh, right. You're a bit like Rabbit, who's got 57.
It's weird.
D20 first, and then your damage.
Oh, 17.
17. That is going into its head. You nasty person.
Oh, 3 points of damage.
Okay, that goes down to 1 point.
My hammer felt guilty and pulled its blow.
Yeah, and quite nice. And Billy Bear stays there, and woman holds up her, tries to wiggle towards you to try. Oh, please, Mr. Green Man, help me! Help me! She screams as she goes round, and we come up to round 5, turn 1. So the bear is now currently at the beginning of this round. She is 225 meters away. When it gets to her
feet,
your feet. Sorry, yeah, feet. When it gets to her action, she will run her 75 and reduce the amount of distance that she's around. So in round 6, if she's not stopped, she's going to be on the map next to Billy Bear. But before we do that, how exciting, we have Belle.
And I take the pebble from my hand and I put it in the sling.
Nice. Giant.
Next time you fire, you use a special rapid reload.
Yes. Frog is going to jump again because he's trying to get away from this pain in the butt and head. So it uses its movement there to move just away from it. Brasive, you are up.
Brace is going to use the axe to nick the rope tying the girl's hands together.
Yes, yeah. So you nip behind like that, and
Yeah.
she's released. Okay, then nice.
I'm going to use a free action to just say, hide.
Okay. She looks up into your eyes. She's got watery eyes. And Caramore on 20.
I honestly think Caramel's back in one of his. Oh my god! What do I do now?
The frog.
Yeah, but if he befuddles the frog, he's just going to hit with a hammer again. So, and if he befuddles the bear, then if the bear's even close enough yet, then that's just going to see the frog getting hit with a hammer. So befuddle's not going to work.
Magic missile, burning hands.
If only I had magic missile. I could cast burning hands now, but I don't think either Belle or Billy would be very happy about it.
No, that is true. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to reserve my action for defense if something gets to me and attacks me for the moment. Yeah. Just clutching his stick in readiness.
Okay, so White Bear moves. It'll move its 75 feet. So it's now at 150 feet away. And
centipede bear.
Yeah, and and Ida.
Oh, God. Sorry, just let me work this out. Okay. No, in fact, ignore that. I'm not going to work out. I'm going to send my hammer back down there again to hit it.
Yeah. Whack. Yeah. So roll a damage
Attack.
location, and then.
No, attack first.
Oh yes, you got to do your attack first. I forget. I thought it was automatic. Yeah. So that hits. So 16 is in its head again.
Oh,
Oh.
soft brain tissue. Oh, 7 points.
Oh, 7 points of damage. Okay, so it's got 2 armor points in that place, so that takes it down to 5. It's only got 1 hit point in that area, so that would take it down to minus 4 in that area, which means I am making a endurance check here for my serious wound.
Dog legs are back of the menu.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so if
It's
I
now befuddled.
if I'd failed that roll, then I would be unconscious. But as it is, Ida, can you roll a 1d3, please?
Yeah, sure.
2. So I cannot do anything for the next 2 turns. Oops. There you go. That's a 2 on there. So I can't do anything for the next 2 turns. I can't attack or start to cast spell, but I can parry and evade on it. And Billy Bear, he's in bear. Is Billy in bear form?
He was.
He had reverted to human form.
Yeah. Has he turned back to bear form?
I don't know. GM, has he?
No, he
I don't
hasn't.
know what he's saying he has.
So, with this,
I'll rub him and see if I get a shot.
yeah.
On
Seeing this gigantic frog is enough to unnerve him, and he turns into bear form on 17, and then on 9, the wonderful lady who you've just released, you say hide, and she goes oh, and wraps her hands around your legs. She doesn't look like she's trying to trip you over. She just looks like she's extremely grateful.
You are now a classic Conan book cover.
Yeah. And we go on to turn. Do we have some excitement in turn 2, Belle?
I begin to spin my sling with increasing speed.
Oh, does it not fire out?
No, now I'm fully reloaded.
Oh, now you're fully spinning.
That brought me from 2 to 3, and now I'm loaded.
Is there such as the auto-loading
you can
thing?
do you like a bucket load?
I think
like a scatter shot.
Everybody's finding out why we don't have an archer in Mythras normally.
This is true. Yeah, I was thinking about playing it. I was thinking about playing an archer.
It's interesting because you can use rapid reload as your special. So I think if I was playing an archer, I think I would use my specials to reduce my casting time. Because if I had a crit hit, I could do double rapid reload to reduce it to 0 and then fire the next turn straight away. So they don't do a lot of damage, those arrows. So Belle, that's
but they do impale, don't they?
yes,
that's a special still, isn't it?
That would be a special, yeah. So
it doesn't seem very, very fun playing Legolas with arthritis. It just I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't seem worth it.
So this frog, it can't do anything apart from parry or evade. So it's just stood there. It looks like it's got this massive wound on its head that all this green goo is slowly seeping out. And we come to the mighty, the incredible, abrasive Rendax.
Yeah. Abrasive is going to just to put it on his back. He's going to pick up his great axe, put it on his back if he can.
This is for the last two. All we've had is bracer. I'll put that one there.
I put
that
the.
one there.
Sure, I'm going through my inventory. Sorry, it's not
Have you
immediate like in
thought about-
Skyrim.
Have you thought about using a sling?
Yeah.
I have one of those.
So we got Bell frantically reloading, and then we've got Abrasive just taking things on and off. Yes, you could holster your great axe onto your back. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I just don't want to leave it back up here. I think I might need it later. So then he's going to use his. I think he can only move.
Movement. Yeah.
Yeah, quick movement. And how far's quick movement is 130? You said
1/3. Yeah.
So
I think it's. What's your normal movement?
20. So 6 feet, right?
Yeah. So you can go to 7.5. I'll let you go to 7.5. There you go.
All right. Cool. Here.
You moving? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay then. White Bear runs another. Oh no, that's the frog. Another 75 feet. So it's now 75 feet away. Ida on 20.
Right, just a quick question. My duration is 3. Now, is that 3 rounds or 3 actions? But it says duration 3 rounds / intensity 6 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, so
I think
it's
that's
3
duration
rounds.
3 rounds, then intensity is the next entry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know it's duration is 3 rounds per intensity.
Oh, per point of intensity. Yeah, I see.
So you could actually, if you did 2 intensity, then it would actually be 6 rounds. But I mean, 3 rounds is a huge amount of time.
But it's 9 attacks, isn't it? So
yeah. So it's going to be there for a while.
Right. So rinse and repeat. I was hoping to move, but
you move.
I was going to move, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
So there we go.
Nice. That hits. So I need a hit location and some damage, please.
Hits it, and it's give me
head
17.
hit. Oh no.
Oh, 4.
You're going for a leg now, aren't you? You're thinking about
hobbling it. Oh, so 3 points damage.
3 points of damage. Okay, then that's it's left hind leg, and that takes it down to 1 point. There. Billy is just going to move sort of like out the way of this giant frog. And the woman turns as she tries to grab your legs, and you run off. She goes, "Don't leave me!" And as she goes, as you run off, and we're coming to round 5, turn 3. For anybody who's got action points left, and yes, Bell.
Would you be upset if I did a bonus reloading action?
A what?
If I spend an extra turn reloading for no reason. Am I able to see this incoming white bear now that the giant frog is kind of in my eye line?
You probably know where it is. And you can probably, I would say that, let's say that it has to be a hard roll because it's not deviating that much. So you could just sort of like try to lob it over the frog, but it will be a hard
Can't you take a turn to aim?
What system are you in?
Oh, sorry.
Would I be able to use a quick move to get to a position where I could see it more effectively? Because I think
Yes.
it's already a hard. That would make it a formidable.
Yes, it would. Yeah. So you can use a quick move to probably get up here or something like that.
Yeah. That way I have more of a line of sight and I can bring this to a hard roll, hopefully.
So yeah, so this will be just a hard standard skill now. Go for it. Oh, he's going to luck it.
Well, yeah, I'm going to luck it, but an 8 isn't that good.
That build up!
All right. Luck point spent. I have 2 remaining.
Or you can use a heroic point and automatically hit.
I'll stick with the luck point here.
Are you sure?
It's just a sling. We need to use heroic points for
Okay.
heroic stuff.
It's a crit anyway, isn't it?
No, it won't be because it'd be 8. And his crits.
My special will be.
His crit is actually 5 at a hard roll. Yeah, you do get a special stun location.
Oh, it's hard, isn't it? Sorry.
Anything but rapid reload, really.
Well, rapid reload would actually be good because an 8 is a pretty mediocre roll here for any resistance, which stun would be one.
If it parries, you break its charge.
It's not parrying.
Yeah.
It's. I was just figuring if I'm a lumbering bear and somebody's throwing a little stone at me, I'm tough.
It's due to run like Sir Lancelot in Holy Grail. Charge in.
I'm going to be on. I'm going to be on you at the end of this.
Is it charging for me?
But it's charging into. It's coming into the combat. And I was just thinking, if you've just lobbed this this stone.
Yeah, I'm
feeling reasonably confident at the moment because I think I'm armor class frog.
I think I'm gonna take rapid reload as my special.
Ooh.
And I'm going to hit it in the 2, and it's going to do 7 damage.
Jesus.
Right. Which leg was that? 2. 7 damage into its leg.
Stun location would have been better. But anyway.
Yeah, well, it's going to roll its endurance against an 8, a non-critical 8. Like this is the time to use rapid reload. When your roll isn't that great.
You sort of like whacks off the side of the bear, and the bear lets out a sort of like, "Ow!" as this little stone hits it in its right rear leg. And if anything, it doesn't, it seems to have planted into it or hit and bounced off, and it seems to have done some damage, but hasn't interrupted the charge.
I'm going to use a free action and shout, "It was a frog."
Okay. This frog is going to jump again. Now, because of where the spiritual hammer is, it's literally going to jump off the map. So I'm just going to pop him up at the top of the map. So we know.
Come back, stupid frog.
Okay, it comes back and lands on Caramore. That's right. Abrasive.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to. Actually, I have an idea.
Oh no!
Frog seems to be running away, but Abrasive.
It's being chased by the spiritual hammer. Yeah.
Can Abrasive roll a perception check to see this new bear coming into the foray?
Yeah, that would be a free action. You can just roll your perception.
All right.
It's not hard anymore. Anybody with their eyes open could probably see it, apart from you.
Damn.
Abrasive.
So I don't see it.
You can
Bryce
use
is
a
just
luck
gonna.
point
Hell no, not this one.
A heroic point
or a heroic point. Yeah.
to use
Heroically
your eyes
seeing the
correctly.
bear, yeah.
Or glasses.
Yeah.
Um, the hammer. If I run into the hammer's area, it will hurt me too, right?
No,
No,
don't think
no.
it does. It's
It's
targets
like,
only.
yeah.
Oh, it's on past. Was it?
It's being
Multiplayers.
no, it's being
Passive.
controlled by Ida. So
Okay.
Ida can move it. So it's
I'm
basically
gonna. Yeah. Okay. If
how
I
far
can't
do you want
get
to
hurt,
run?
I go for the full 20
foot?
feet.
Charge. Can't you charge it?
No, because it's just the. Oh, he could do it if he does it for 3 actions, but he hasn't got enough. He hasn't got enough
No,
distance to charge it.
Ah, of
I'm just
course,
gonna
yeah.
go the 20 feet.
Okay, then yeah. So
I
where
get
does
over
that?
here.
Where does that end up being?
I think it's here.
Yeah, cool. What's that? Mystic goggles of
Specsavers.
Savers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. And Caramore. Caramore, just so you know, a little bit of additional information just for you.
Mm.
The town is sort of like to the south. If you want to run in that general
Right,
direction.
that's key information. Key information, yeah, very important. Well, the bear is still coming straight at me, but now at least there's abrasive and a spiritual hammer in between me and it, so that could be worse.
Abrasive, I am going to say at this point that you see the bear. Because as you come, so I mean, I'm charging through the undergrowth, and so it's sort of like charging down on people. People can see it now.
Okay.
Yes,
I think it's making itself fairly obvious, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Hang on, where are we in the round at the moment? Is this turn 3?
Oh, you
'Cause
don't
if so,
have
I don't get an action.
you don't have an action. Yeah, sorry.
That's why I hadn't planned something, because I wasn't expecting to get one.
So
Yeah, he just stands there staring in horror at the bear.
my bear comes into the combat at this point, and it's going to end up, we'll say ends up here. So it's actually in combat, so it's running out. The frog has jumped out. The spiritual hammer's still there. Abrasive is running after the frog, and the bear comes into combat. So this is the end of its charge, and so it bashes. It would have bashed into the frog or something, but I figured there's. Go for it.
You know that thing that you get in action movies all the time, where someone's just driving innocently along and gets T-barred by a truck or something coming from the other side. This is what's happening to Abrasive now.
I just think as Abrasive comes down, the bear's likely to whack into him, and sort of
Okay.
he's tough. He's tough. I hope. Oh no, I can't do an action. I'm engaged with you now.
Okay.
Because that's my. Oh no, I could do a charge action, so I do my attack at the end, don't I? Woo! Yes. So you do have your shield up as it fires in. You don't.
I'm gonna try to
You don't have
parry
any.
with my shield.
Well, you don't have any actions because we've
I don't?
already
Oh.
passed yours on round
Yeah.
3.
But
But
you should be passive blocking, are you?
passive blocking will be in normally, and that doesn't. So he's got his shield on, so that's passive blocking. Or you could use a luck point and gain an action.
The old classic rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that luck point action.
Okay.
Parry
Okay.
with shield.
Okay, parry with shield. Go for it.
I have to roll with just regular combat skill, not
Yeah,
my
just regular
special one.
combat. Just to let you know,
Mhm.
I'm going to take a point of luck off my bear, because my attack, I would have to reverse it because I'm coming in from a charge, so I'm actually hard. So rather than looking back and saying that we just missed, I'm just going to take one of my luck points off, and I'll say that I used it. Yes, so you managed to parry as well as I charge into you. Okay, my claw attack is huge. How big is your shield?
Shield is large.
Large. So I'm going to do half damage to you as I plow through with my claw at the end of my charge. Here's some damage. So you'll take half damage of this. 10.
Okay.
So you take 5 points of damage. Wait, because this is the important bit. In your 5, is that being passive blocked? Have you put your passive blocks on? I bet he has.
Yeah. 5 is the left leg, so no, it's not passive blocked.
Okay, then. So you so it does 5 points of damage. It will take off your armor first, and then off your hit points. So just let me know how many hit points you've got left out of.
I have, out of 8 hit points, I have 8 because my armor points is 5.
It's 5, yeah. So that just sort of like whacks. That was a poor roll on my behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 1d12, and I only scored 5 on them both.
Oh, God.
I'll warm up, don't worry. Ida. You muted?
I am. Yep, sorry. I'm going to put a spiritual hammer here.
On the bear?
No, not the bear. On the frog. The frog stopped running away.
Oh,
there to bring it back.
Oh, you want to put it in front of it to bring it back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rather than behind it.
Oh, it's going to definitely jump back up now. Let me just follow this line down. No,
I'm gonna reverse that using a luck point. If that's okay.
I thought you were using your attack skill.
I am. Oh, channel.
No, that's
Sorry. Oh, that's better.
11 points. That hits, so I need a hit location and damage. Head would be really good at this point.
It's leg again, though, which is going to be good anyway.
Oh, yes. Yeah, go for it. I need some damage.
So that's 5.
5. Okay. 5, 3. Right, so that takes it down to -2 in that location. So I need another endurance check. Oh, this
stupid frog.
It is. You could make me roll it again if you wish. If you got a luck point.
Got to beat an 11.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not opposed. It is opposed. Yeah. So yes, it is.
It's got about like a 50% chance of success. It does. I mean, not you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what, go on, because I was going to spend a luck point that turn, wasn't I? So, well, yeah, go for it. Roll it again,
You'd like me to roll it again?
I would.
Or you could use a heroic point, and I will automatically fail.
No, we might need this later.
Okay.
Oh, Oh well.
I'm still up. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. Okay. And Billy Bear sees this white bear charge into Brasive, who shields it off with his shield, powers it with his shield. And Bell, just from the corner, you hear Billy almost like letting out a cry. You're not too sure, but in the wind, it might have been something like, no, but it comes out as rah, like that.
Can I just say that the token for the white bear looks like a very sad Build-A-Bear?
Yeah,
I did
definitely not a white bear either.
No.
Well, hang on then. Okay.
It's Kodiak.
Perfect.
It's now white. There you go.
Mm.
Brace, if you see Billy Bear in bear form come up and almost like take up a stance with you. Right, I'm going to move this woman off over there. She's hiding behind a tree because that's what she was told to do.
Mhm.
I'm just going to take her off. I wasn't going to, but I accidentally pressed delete on her, so she's gone. And we're on turn.
She just has a heart attack and dies.
Yeah.
We did it.
Combat round 6, turn 1. Bell.
With the pebble already in my hand from my rapid reload, I put it in the sling.
Nice. Right, giant frog is jumping.
Okay.
Victim cannot attack or start to cast spells, but can I move?
Or a frog.
Yeah. So this is, he's coming back onto the map now. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let me just roll a 1d4. Okay, let's do it this way. Brasive, I'm going to roll a d8. What number do you want? If I
2.
roll that number, I'm landing straight on top of you, the white bear, and Billy Bear.
All right.
It's
2.
a d8. You want 2?
2. Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh, it's a 1.
So that only lands on Brasive and not Billy and the
No,
undead.
that means it lands on Caramore.
Oh, fair enough.
All
God.
of a sudden, this frog that was escaping sort of like jumps back into the fray, and it sort of like lands on the ground. And Caramore and Belle, you maybe I should get Belle to roll an athletics roll to see whether or not she drops a stone.
I am
That's cool.
an artful dodger.
No, he's not attacking. He can't attack. He's just jumping. But that would have been a good. I'm going to remember this. 21 Brasive.
What? Oh, okay.
It's
Your
you.
initiative.
I'm gonna attack the bear with my battle axe.
Okay, yeah. This is your one-handed weapon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You still do damage, right? With your little axe?
Not as much, but a little bit. It's you know.
It's your play axe.
That's how you use it.
31 I rolled.
31. This is the bear, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is Ursine Fury. So this is it will use up an action point to try to parry your oh no!
Yes!
He gets a fumble, which means
Put a point in it.
Yes, which means, just out of interest, you actually get
2 specials.
two specials.
Yeah, baby.
Because if I failed, you would have got 1 special, but because I fumbled, you're going to have 2 specials. So I need 2 specials. Neither of them are crits. There's normal specials, and then a hit location and damage.
Sorry, I need to find my special list.
Do you not just use max damage?
Choose head.
I thought that's critical.
Comb its hair.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you? New combat style. There you go.
Choose location head.
I mean, the 31's an okay roll, so it's not the best for resistance specials like stun or maybe bleed, but anything that does like a static boost.
Bypass armor. Oh, you can't do that with natural armor.
Yeah, it's critical.
You can use bleed or
resist
sunder, or what was the other one that you were talking about? You can't use max damage.
Oh, and you couldn't use stun, but maybe trip. Even trip is still resist and against your 31, so that's not great. Bash. I mean, it wouldn't do too much, but no, that's only blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably have to do bleed and choose location.
Yeah. Okay.
So, head
bleed.
Head bleed.
Head bleed. Okay.
They're the worst.
Okay.
So I'm doing damage.
Have I already been hit in the head?
Not by me.
Leg, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it was the leg. That's what.
Yeah.
Damn it! That's a bad roll.
Tink.
5 points of damage. That takes it down to that. And what did you do? Bleed.
Bleed. Yeah.
Endurance check, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Injured will make an endurance check versus the attack roll. So the attack roll was what, 31?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Final luck?
Yes, I'm going to use my final luck point, and I'm just going to reverse that to 56, which means I won't have a bleed effect on me. I'm not getting fatigued, I tell you. And then
he's out of luck, boys.
And then he's out of luck. Caramore.
Good job, Bracef.
Well, having told the frog to come back, Caramore is now going to squeal, "I didn't mean it!" Then step forward and attempt to burning hands it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
All right, hang on. Let me
This is the last of my magic points.
Let me get your copy. I'm so pleased we've got this. Here we go. Okay, then. Roll.
Right.
Casting first.
Oh, you built it up so
well.
I'm just going to the template rushes on, getting all excited. Then it goes,
okay, I am gonna luck that. I am gonna luck that. To hell with it.
Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Right, or a heroic point, so it automatically hits.
But it's hitting anyway. I mean, it gets.
No, but it would automatically succeed. If you use your luck, you would have to re-roll it, wouldn't you? So it might fail on your re-roll. A heroic
I was thinking of just reversing it.
Yeah.
You get a 96?
Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? No, sorry, my brain just went funny there for a second. No, I'll just use the luck and re-roll it.
Okay,
I don't think
I'll
waste it.
Please do not get 96.
You know he's going to get 96 now,
Here
don't
we
you?
go.
Yeah, no, he's
done
it with a 23. Okay, does Froggy get a resist?
Right, I was just thinking that. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, it's resisted on evade.
It does succeed, but not as good as yours because it'll be an opposed roll. So yeah, tell me your damage.
Yeah. Okay, so D3 plus 1 to each hit location. Worn armor doesn't protect. Magical and natural armor do.
Yes. Yeah.
That's nice. It's taking a lot of
let's
damage already all over.
roll my D3 plus 1.
Come on, Camo, you can do this.
Finish him.
Ooh,
Ooh,
4
nice.
points of damage. 4 points of...
That's a lot of endurance checks.
Okay, so my froggy has 2 armor points in each area, which means it'll take 2 points on each of its locations.
Each locations.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it takes 2 points there, which takes that down to 0. That'll go down to -4. That will go down to -4. That'll go down to 2. That'll go down to 1. That'll go down to 1. But its head will go down to -6. Now, -6 is almost a major wound. -7 would be its major wound.
Oh.
But it has got 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're new attacks, 4 lots of serious wounds. And it's got to make its endurance check to keep in it. And I'm opposing 23. That's what I'm opposing.
Yeah.
So this is the first one. That's fine. Second one. That's not fine. That was actually on one of its legs. So that limb is now useless. This is its hindquarters. Fails as well. And then this...
You broke its ass.
This, he actually fired his burning hands up its bottom. That's and
shake hands with him.
This is its head. This is its head.
wow.
No, he doesn't get it because what was the original attack roll?
23
was I believe 23.
Oh!
So he just gets it.
Just gets
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
Close as can be.
It's roll a 1d3 twice. So roll 2d3.
$2d3.
Yeah.
So
it's out for 4 turns. It can't do anything. It can't jump because one of its legs is out of it. So do you want to know? I keep getting distracted by the spiritual hammer because all I can see it is just appearing.
It's just spinning.
Yeah. Okay then. White bear time. I was trying to do what happened with that attack. You did you do some damage on me?
yeah,
to the head. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is my first action point. Is my attack, Mr. Brasive. Ooh, do you know, I wish I had a point of luck.
I know. But you don't.
I would have reversed that to get a 1 and got a crit. Okay, what are you
Okay.
doing, Mr. Brasive?
I'm
You're going to use up an action point?
yeah, action point to parry.
Parry. Okay then.
Come on, baby. Don't hurt me. Yes. As above your chin.
No, it's it's a differential roll when we parry.
Still,
It's,
I'm
But it
Yeah,
is
so-
above.
so it is above, yeah. So therefore, are you parrying with your shield?
yeah.
Yeah, so my claw. So you'll take half of this damage as it comes through.
Oh,
Because
actually, do hit location.
hit location. Thank you.
Yeah, just in case it's a passive.
But I don't get a special.
Yeah,
9.
nice. It's a hit. It's my adamant, which is covered.
Is it your what? Sorry.
It's of the four spaces I can cover with my shield, and that's one of them.
Is that a leg? Oh no, sorry.
No, it's abdomen. Abdomen.
Abdomen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. So that would be passive blocked by that. Does it automatically stop the attack?
I thought so.
It
Mm.
would, but isn't your passive block broken when you block actively?
No, I know that. It's
Or is that just Mythras?
See, it's a weird one because in Mythras, when you passive block, it blocks all the damage. But then if you use your shield to block, damage still comes through.
Yeah, because you're parrying with your when you're so it goes on the size of the weapon when you're parrying. But I've got a funniest feeling that passive blocking just literally it actually uses the Mythras rules. Okay, let's not worry about it now because I would prefer to finish out this adventure today on 10. Ida.
Ooh.
I want my my wonderful, amazing hammer to appear here. Well, actually, I want it really just below him, but
Ping.
so literally, if you think there, but just behind it rather than
on top of Calmore.
Yeah. And I'd like to befuddle this with a hammer to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Is that all right? Yeah.
Oh,
very nice.
Nice. Shame you don't have a special or anything like that, but that's a good roll. I need a hit location and damage. Oh, you could use 6. Oh, grief. This frog is so battered up. Okay, how much damage do you do?
Come on. 7 points.
7 points. Right. 7 points, 5 points. So that actually takes it to -9 in that location.
Jesus.
And it only has a 7. So that is a major wound, which means that it's what was your hit location? 6. Its left hind leg is completely ripped off, and the frog is out.
Does any of that damage travel through like to the next location, like Battletech?
No, yes, it does. It goes to the west and hits Calmon. Okay, the frog is out.
Yes.
Billy Bear.
I loosened it for you.
Yeah. Billy Bear attacks and misses.
Billy.
Billy,
Reverse it.
He can't. He's of his luck. He's not gonna use his luck to benefit us.
Billy, don't be a hero.
Yeah.
And as Billy started to go. Anybody
That
remember that song?
That was Billy Bear, not Billy Bitch.
Bell, you are up.
I begin to spin my sling with increasing speed.
Nice. Froggy is out.
I'm loaded. I'm loaded.
And Brasive.
Brasive's going in for the attack.
Okay, this would be
Come on,
your
baby.
final action point of this round, I think. Ooh,
43.
it's a hit, and
Mhm.
I am going to parry. Yeah, so we both succeed. How big's your axe?
Oh, it's not that big. Medium, because it's on one hand.
Okay, then. So mine's huge. So you hit, and I parry, and I'll absorb all the damage for that. Caramore.
I think Caramel will just step back from the now.
Yeah, this is like
frog.
you could actually have a nibble if you want. It's actually
No,
all...
that won't be necessary. He'll just back up and ready his stick because he had to let go of it with one hand to cast Burning Hands.
Yeah,
so.
nice. White Bear can't attack because I used my last action to parry. Ida.
I'm going to, seeing as we seem to be attacking this bear now, I'm going to move the hammer to here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
And
There you go.
then I'm going to hit the bear.
Hit the bear.
I'm going to hit the bear. I am going to hit the bear.
Yes, you do. So I need hit location and damage. I can get rid of my frog.
That's a 4.
4 is in its left leg. Really good.
Oh, that was on an 8. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, but I've got natural armor there, and it doesn't do anything at all. Billy Bear tries to attack and fails miserably, and we come into combat round 6, turn 3, and Bell.
I'm going to fire into melee here.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Increase it by 1 level of difficulty, so it'd be hard.
Yeah, about ready to spin a luck point. Psych.
Yeah,
48 out of 49.
That hits. Nice. You can have the special because I'm not. I don't think I can parry it. I can't. Oh, I could jump up and catch it in my mouth, which would. No, I've got no more action points left, so I can't. That would have been cool. So I need a special hit location and damage.
I didn't think I'd hit. Okay, I'm gonna go with stun.
Stun location.
Because I'm presuming this is not a sneak attack since it has to be humanoid and it's yeah. Okay. So it will be stun location in its 13.
Is a right front leg. That's the one that it's been raking at abrasive all this time.
Stop slapping my friend silly. And then
Oh, I know your pain.
3 points of damage. Doesn't get it. You do no damage to it. Its armor is absorbed, so you don't stun because I think you have to do. You have to do. It's all like flies through. It goes. This flies through.
I can imagine it. Then this fight be a load of like these stones on the floor. It's going to slip on them and fall over.
Yeah, it's been like walking over Lego or something.
Yeah.
Would I be able to use a point of luck here to get a bonus action to immediately reload 1?
Yes, if you would like to use a point
I would
of
like
luck
to do that. I want down to 1 more luck point.
Brasive can't attack because we've used up our. Caramore doesn't have any action. White Bear can't.
I'd like to whimper as a free action if that's okay.
Yeah, you can whimper as much as you wish. Ida, you will actually have a free action, an action 39. So I need a hit location and a damage.
Oh, 15. That's
15.
chest or something, isn't it?
No, it's the right front leg again.
Oh, brilliant. Damage.
Stop slapping our friend.
6 points.
Right. 6 points, which takes that down to 6. It looks like it's got a bit of an injury on its leg. Oh, Billy Bear has attacked.
Nice. Finally, someone woke up.
So he will actually get a special because female bear can't attack. So he's going to choose location and go to bite her head.
Crunchy.
Flirty.
This roll.
It's hard on the outside, but soft on the inside.
And so he does 14 points of damage as he reaches out, and his mouth claps around this white bear's neck. 14 points of damage. So
does he say, "Get away from him, you bitch"?
Yeah. And goes, bah!
Yeah.
Guys, he's taken. Don't you remember the quest?
Yes. So this is right, 14 minus 3, which gives 11. So he's got 7 points in that, so that would take it down to minus 4 in the head. So this is the endurance roll, and the bear has to beat 41. The bear fails 41.
And all the stuffing comes out.
Yeah. Which means, I think, falls the bear. Fails the roll. The bear falls unconscious. And
kill stealing Billy.
Oh, how about that for timing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
now we can
pretty good,
recruit him as
yeah.
our druid.
We get to the end of the combat.
We have two giant things for feasting now.
We would
Gonna
just
have
be
some
going
meals.
We're for a hot spark, aren't we?
Your spiritual hammer, I really like it because it means you can attack at range, but in melee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can imagine that coming out.
I'm right over there, look.
Yeah.
You really Cyrused it up in this game.
Okay, Caramore's thinking, I don't want to get close to use burning hands anymore. I want to step away. Okay, brilliant. Everything. I'm going to stop that. Pause that so it's not moving around a lot. Okay. Yes, you managed to rescue the fair maiden. There are, just so you know, in the dip where the frog was, there are some gems that it pooped out beforehand, which you can give to Belle to look after.
To wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's 3 gems left in here. Belle, can you roll a D20 for 3 times?
Yeah.
But separate 3 times.
1177.
So each of they're worth 11 gold pieces, 7 gold pieces, and 7 gold pieces that you can use as well. They're currently gems. Okay, they're not actually gold. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do while you're actually here?
Yeah, can we cut open the frog and see if it's got more gems in it?
it just has a semi-digested froglodyte holding with Brace's hand axe.
Yes, yes, got it back.
That you can retrieve after washing. Billy Bear.
Does Brace have to make an endurance check to make sure it doesn't become a werebear?
Did I do
You
some
never bit me.
damage? No, I don't think I got through his
Oh.
armor.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
so
right.
okay then. So you have succeeded in the adventure. You have rid the hot springs. Some of the troglodytes did get away, if you remember, but the frog's dead. You rescued this fair maiden. And so what we're going to do at the beginning of next adventure, we are going to head back to the house and we'll do your experience rolls. However, there is something that you need to decide upon, and we'll do that as soon as we start the session and before we do experience rolls. Because
building the hotel near the springs.
yeah, you all hop in the hot springs together.
The hot
We
springs
create a
hotel.
spa. It's a thriving
Yeah.
business.
That's right.
So the things that you well, there's two things really, but you need to decide what you're going to do with the female, whether or not you're taking her back or leaving her to wander. But the more important thing is what you're going to do with Billy Bear, who does seem to have this ability to turn into a bear, but it only seems to activate it when stressed. Okay, when he's been out of combat, it's been absolutely fine, but it might be an idea to have a think about what you're going to do with Billy Bear. So next session, what you're going to do with those two people, then we'll do experience rolls, then we'll go straight into the next adventure, and that adventure will start with you returning home, okay, to your house, if you remember. So yeah. Okay, then. Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. I had so many bits and bobs opened all over the place. I was hoping that Belle could knock out the charging bear. That would have been classic. But nice
would have been
damage,
good.
nice use of spells, and hopefully we can get Caramore to level rank 2. So he will
That would be
gain
nice. Yeah.
an extra action point and an action luck roll you will have as well. Remember, if you want to go up to level 3 people,
90 in 4 locations.
is it 90?
90, yeah.
Oh, wow.
In 4 class skills.
But remember, you can start buying
Perks. Or whatever they are.
rank 2,
Yeah.
which actually costs 2 experience rolls. So you can use those if you wish.
So to help out Caramore, you can get something called Ranged Touch, which turns your touch spell into a ranged spell.
Do you know? I was just reading that. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if I'd read it in Pathfinder or this, and it's like, oh,
No,
it's here as well.
requires a willpower of 80% or higher. The ability allows the caster to give a spell with a range of touch, a range of 30 meters instead.
Feet.
Feet, yeah. The spell is
I'm
considered...
a way away from being able to get that, but it's cool.
Yeah. What was it? The spell is considered 1 rank higher with regard to memorization. Should be noted as
That
range.
makes sense.
So it would be a rank. So Burning Hands would become a rank 2
Well,
spell.
Burning Hands isn't a range of touch. It's just got a really short range.
It's just
so I couldn't use it for Burning Hands. But there are... I don't have any offensive spells.
Force fatigue.
But it would be useful for things like maybe being able to cast armor on somebody at range.
Yes.
In a situation like this where we're trying to rescue somebody, with that I could have armored her up at the beginning of the fight at range.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, cure minor wounds. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think you need an attack spell. I think you need lightning bolt or something like that.
Yeah, I need a better attack spell than Burning Hands, which is not as good as it is in D&D. I like Burning Hands, but it's not as good in this as it is D&D.
No, and the other thing is in D&D, or in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, The casting used to be that you have to put the two thumbs of your hands together and then cast it, which is an interesting casting action. Okay, people. Thank you so much for playing tonight. Really enjoyed it. It's been a long adventure, so you will have 12 experience rolls, 6 times 2, so 12 each. Does anybody have a charisma adjustment for your experience rolls? No?
I do.
Do you?
I have an experience modifier of 1 because my charisma is a 13 and my intelligence is a 15.
Nice.
Oh,
so
my charisma is 16 then, so I must have as well.
Well, check.
And my intelligence is 16.
So what happens with those is that you don't get it all the time. You get it when other people can see how good you are. So your final one would get an extra 1, and maybe another 1 because you were near Nightshade when we did that adventure, when you killed the vampire bats. But we'll have a look at that. I'll check that out just to make sure it's the same rules as in Mythras. The content of this podcast is covered by the Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, so please give appropriate credit if you are sharing or copying any part of this podcast. Thank you.